Hey guys, Chaotic Burn here. Um, Great news today. Got a little extra money, and I procured myself some wood, had some leather, went and got some compound, made myself a strop. This is a little different from some of the other ones I've seen on YouTube, mainly because mine is not epoxied in, mine is nailed on. It's got tension. This should work. If I have issues with it, I'll try and get some epoxy or whatever. This is what I have. I'm doing this on a budget, so I've got a knife I'm going to review later. A little Gerber. I don't know the specs on this yet, and I'll explain the rings here in a second. This is my dad's knife, his work knife actually. My brother had it, got a new knife, and gave it to my dad. It's a nice little knife. Now that it's reliable, and I'll explain that later. But we're going to sharpen it. Got my whetstone. It needs a new edge put on it. It's pretty rough. I don't know if you can tell. See how close I can get this to zoom. It's a pretty rough blade. So I'm going to do my whetstone here. And I know guys have a lot of different ways they like to do it. Some guys like to go across, sometimes some guys like to go with, against. I found the best way that works for me is going like this and drawing the blade against the stone. That'll give you your most even cut. Make sure you go with the bevel of the blade. I keep hitting my new tripod. It's got a new tripod today too, so lots of new gimmicks for me. Trying to improve the channel so it's a little better for you guys to watch, so I can do some better reviews. This is an old whetstone. This was actually my grandfather's before he passed away. He gave it to me, and it gets its use. Alright, that's a little better looking of a blade. I'll flip it over and go on the fine side here. And again, I always wet it. I know some people who say, well, you don't have to wet it every time. I see better results when I do. So, and then we'll try my strop to see how sharp we can get it. And I believe I have some paper around here that I can do some test cuts on. Okay, that's not it. Wrong notebook. But I'm going to use notebook paper because it's a little thinner than copy paper. So I think it'll give us a better demonstration of what our edge geometry is and how that's going. Alright. Maybe. Yeah, that's still pretty rough. I can tell it's starting to get a good edge on it though, so we'll just keep trying with the strop and see if we can't get this really fine. And when I do this, sorry about the noise outside, the car's honking and whatever. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever used a strop, but I got to make my own, and if it works I'm going to make a couple more because I got some different compounds that we'll see how they work. And there's different ways to do it. You can draw it like this across. You can go from the point up. But if you're doing that, make sure that you get contact with the point. And then go up. You see that caused a sweep there. Alright. I have other compounds like I said, but I don't have any other strops made, so however sharp we can get it with this is what we're looking at today. That looks a lot better. Oh yeah. I mean, if you saw before, it was not cutting anything, and now that's... Wow, that sucked. Let's put it on the strop a few more times. But it's working. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so the exact science is something I'm going to have to learn. I think I'm going to move my location of my videos too. Whoops. Because I'm doing it on my kitchen table right now. And kind of making a mess in my dining room, so I'm going to move it out. I've got a sunroom I'm going to try and use. That's not bad at all. I mean, considering the blade. Let's try another knife actually. Let's go with, I featured this the other day, and this has no blade. I bet I can't do anything with this. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Barely getting it. So, and I know for a fact this knife does not take much to sharpen up. Wipe off my whetstone. You can hear the difference in the blade thickness. And I saw this similar style whetstone in the store the other day, so I might grab a new one. Yeah, that's got a little better edge on it. I'm just going to tear off quite a few pages here because I'm... Oh, yeah, okay, that just happened. So yeah, it's got some edge to it. Yeah. It'll cut me, that's for sure. Let's see if it'll cut paper. Oh, that stings too. It's a very fine cut. Oh man. I cannot wait to strop this bad boy. This could hurt me. Man, still bleeding. Alright. Oh. That's beautiful. See what I mean? Where it's thinner than copy paper. Copy paper is pretty rigid. Let me go grab a piece. I'll show you the difference. And I'll show you why I'm not using copy paper. Okay, I grabbed a handful of copy paper. I should be able to slice through this, no problem. See, it's much more rigid. Barely pulling at all. So yeah, I might start with copy paper for my test and then move on to notebook paper. Heh, that thing's wicked sharp now. So yeah, there's my strop. Little compound on it. I'm going to actually go get some of the other compounds because I think I have a rougher compound than even this, and see if I can't stage it down. So this is chaotic burn. This is my homemade strop. Tack nails in a little 1x4. And I'll show you the brand of compound that I found that I'm using today. In another stropping video. I'll do another couple stropping videos later. Maybe stepping down and graduating the strops or the grit as I do it. And we'll see how sharp we can get one of these knives. That should be fun. Until then, this is Chaotic Burn. Have a good one.